Topping the news tonight, the Royal Bahamas Police Force placing emphasis on training for officers in the war on crime. The latest effort targeting corporals as the force stresses the importance of quality service as it works to bridge the gap between the police and the community. Megan Shepard reports.
15 officers from various divisions of the Royal Bahamas Police Force have been in intense theoretical training for the past 4 weeks. Officer in charge of Grand Bahama and the Northern Bahamas, ACP Emric Seymour, says the officers studied various topics that are crucial to their growth within the organization.
Officers, these training initiatives are extremely important as we are serving in a time in the life and history of our country when we as police officers are being tried and tested on every side and at every turn. It is imperative, therefore, that we train and retrain our police officers to keep them on the cutting edge and to remind them of their duties and responsibilities as police officers. And so particular effort and emphasis were placed on your curriculum to ensure that you are adequately and appropriately equipped to go back into your respective divisions and departments and make a positive difference for the betterment of the department and by extension the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
He says that as officers, they are the barriers between law and lawlessness in the Bahamas, and they must always strive to deliver courteous and professional service at all times.
As police officers, we are to ensure that we conduct ourselves, among others, professionally and courteously at all times. And while we are in fact discharging our duties and our policing obligations to members of the public, after all, they are in fact depending on us so to do. So as first-line supervisors then, your task is to ensure that your subordinates conduct themselves and act in accordance with the directives of the office, while at the same time you see to it that you yourself set the right and necessary example for them.
Assistant Commandant ASP Kevin Mortimer says that this group of officers have set an outstanding bar for other groups to follow. He says they showed great enthusiasm throughout the course and that they are now ready and prepared to advance to the next level in their careers.
This group, out of all the courses we've held so far, maintained or set a standard that is second to none. They combined with an 89% percentage on their overall exams, and I think that's commendable.
The officers were presented with certificates, with the Abaco District and CDU tying for top awards. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Police making a major drug haul over in Bimini over the weekend. Police say a team of officers were conducting investigations in North Bimini when they observed 3 men sitting with a number of bags with suspected marijuana. The men attempted to make their escape when the officers approached them, but they were caught and arrested for possession of dangerous drugs. The marijuana with a street value of $515,000, and the 3 men were taken into police custody. Today, 2 of the 3 suspects appeared before the court in New Providence to answer charges. 26-year-old Andero Leon Clark of North Bimini and 19-year-old Carrie Javon Shea of South Bimini were both charged with conspiracy to possess dangerous drugs and possession of dangerous drugs with the intent to supply. The men were arrested in Bimini on Saturday. It is alleged that the men conspired and were in possession of 411 pounds of marijuana on October 5th at North Bimini. The men pleaded not guilty to the charges. They were denied bail and were remanded to prison until March of next year. Now, during that arraignment, Magistrate Andrew Forbes issued a warrant of arrest for the 3rd suspect in the case, 40-year-old Livingston Solomon of Freeport, Grand Bahama. Solomon, who is known to reside at number 7 Bass Lane and Alistown, Bimini, is considered armed and extremely dangerous. Solomon has dark brown complexion, weighs 160 pounds, and stands about 5 feet 9 inches tall. Police say Solomon is also wanted for escape from lawful custody. Meantime, police say they also need your help in locating another suspect who also escaped from lawful custody. That suspect is 22-year-old Javargo Cephas Saunders, a.k.a. Vargo of Alistown, Bimini. He has brown complexion, brown eyes, stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and weighs 145 pounds. If you know the whereabouts of Javargo Cephas Saunders, aka Vargo, or Sean Livingston Solomon, you should contact police in Bimini or in Grand Bahama at 347-3144, 347-3424, 911-350-3109, or 350-3089. New developments regarding the Formosa Falcon, the fuel tanker that was stuck in waters off 8 Mile Rock for over a week. ZNS News has learned that work crews were able to refloat the vessel on Sunday, and the Formosa Falcon is currently waiting to offload its cargo. Reports say another tanker called the Alga was brought in to lighter the Formosa Falcon of some of its fuel. They were then able to refloat the ship and then reload it. On September 28, the Formosa Falcon encountered low tide, resulting in the vessel running aground about half a mile off Lovers Beach in 8 Mile Rock. It is understood that an investigation is underway to determine if any damage was done to the coral reef in that area. Stay with us. The Northern Edition is coming right back.